Look at you, my butterscotch biscuits. Today we have crypto's juiciest news. Bitcoin is still at $51,600. A lot of people are waiting to see what happens, friends. I just want to show you there was a similar pattern that happened earlier in the bull market. We had these zip down, zip up, and we kind of distribute around here. Now you see this period, friends. This was huge alt season. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's actually nuts. I know it's just crazy, right? Everything goes parabolic. Which means like if something lasts, the alt seasons last for 120 days. The first 60 days is basically what we've seen. And then if we are lucky enough and it continues, now we hope it is because it's the biggest Bitcoin pre-halvening rally ever in Bitcoin history. So if the next half continues, all right, the friendship, then we start to see everything accelerate. And obviously we hope we get giant numbers. I really do hope we get giant numbers. Also though, the bigger the number we get, the more of the hangover. And what's the hangover? Let's talk real numbers. It could be like a 70% drop by the end of the year. 60 to 70% drop. Now, here's the thing. You might come back to this price exactly, or it might be higher from here, but it's going to feel bad. For example, if I made your full portfolio drop 30% today. No, if I drop your portfolio, friends, 50% from today, you're going to feel really hurt. But it's actually higher than what it was in the bear market of last year for most people. Remember when Hex was like 1 cent, now it's like 2.7 cents. So you're actually higher. But you don't feel as good, do you? Especially like if ChainLink, right? ChainLink's $18. If it goes all the way back down to $9, people aren't going to feel good, but you're actually higher than that $5. Now, I hope it doesn't happen from here, but I feel like there's not enough weak hands in to get that a big crash. I felt like if we got a crash, it's like even for altcoins, like 30%, maybe tap 40%, but V-reverse it by the end of a week. That's if we got the crash scenario. I'm just protecting yourself against that, right? Because at the end of the day, we're hoping that we just continue up because that's what basically everything says usually happens. You know, a lot of people have asked, friends, if you're looking at this weekly chart for Bitcoin, people have said to me, well, how do you even know anything is going to happen from here? How do you even know what comes next? Look, we don't know. We're just guessing, man. We're literally just guessing. And with that, we're going to play a bit of angel music, friends. That's all we have. We have this 4-year cycle that's worked 3 times before. That's it. This is the 4th one. There's the inverted yield curve, but it hasn't uninverted yet. That's the most dangerous part. You have all these things happening and like, okay, I'm just going to wait. Okay. There's always moving pieces, but we're just going to wait and see. That's it. I've also mentioned if I think that the 4-year cycle is going to break, my odds are that it'll break to the upside. That's what I feel. I feel like we would get too rich too quick. Now, what does that actually mean? I don't know. What does that mean? I have no idea what that really means. Is it an ETH flips BTC too quick? Or what about is altcoins go ballistic for 3 months from now? Literally 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? Like March, April, May, and all of May. They basically go ballistic. Does that mean that's what happens? I don't know. That's something you don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. That's why I don't put any price targets. I just wait for euphoria. Because many coins like PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, even ChainLink, they've been pulling back a bit. But if you look at the market cap, right, of the Bitcoin dominance, everyone's waiting for this pretty much. Everyone's waiting for this, friends. But you already know, man, there's been a season here, there's been season here. Things have been moving around here. You see this? This is ETH BTC, this is Bitcoin, spot ETF, etc. Everything's being distributed. If this goes down here, it just means Ethereum is rallying strong. That might be what people say, oh, the alt season's just getting started. But look, I can tell you with 100% certainty, because I was here, friends. Like I was here every minute of the day. If we go back to 2020, friends, I can literally name you people. I can tell you people. I can tell you episodes. I can tell you in July 2020, right here, I can show you it, right? Ivan on Tech was making videos about Ampleforth right here and Uniswap right here. And then look where this was the Uniswap airdrop right there. You see these things, friends? See that part? That is where everyone thought it's just getting started. But look, half the move was done. Okay, this was actually the end. So it looked like it just but that's the whole game, right? The whole game is that. So when you're looking at these, just remember things go parabolic. And how do they go parabolic, friends? It's because you're stepping up the whole way, but then you've stepped up for long enough. Everyone's like, wow, things are really starting to look good. But by the time they really figure it out, it's over. So that's why just holding long term is the best thing to do. But if you missed that, don't worry. There's the big alt season that comes after Bitcoin breaks the all-time high. It's weird if it happens again, but end of December, so Q4 of this year, maybe it breaks it again. So this is what we are looking at right now. This is the others dominance, all right? This others dominance. Now, see, we've been going up here And you've been watching like, hey, Solana season happened here. Okay, but that's why we're hoping, man. We're just hoping that we just get some sort of crack in the next big move. We just get some sort of big move up. And then everyone thinks it's just getting started. Then we might have that hangover reset. Now, this move might be like a 60% drop of your portfolio. Bitcoin breaks the all-time high, and that's what happens. By the way, not all your portfolio. That's just your altcoins, which is what everyone's actually here for. Because this is what happened here. This part was altcoins going 50 to 60% down mostly, and then Bitcoin goes up. Okay? They had a scare here, but then they recover. Okay? It also happened here, by the way. You know, this friends, this move was Ethereum being birthed. Ethereum was birthed up here, and then had this big hangover for 2016, and then snap. So I've just updated you on, where we are in the alt seasons, where everything's happening, because, Bitcoin from here to even 100K is less than a 2x. So no one's getting excited for that. But now I want to focus on you, friends. I'm here giving you high value. Now, I don't get any compensation from paid Launchpad or anything, friends. I can't tell you this. There's some real scum soy boys out there. Look, friends, I can't tell you how much money I lost experimenting in 2021 on different Launchpads. There were so many Launchpads. PokerStarter, Launchpool. There's all these other weird names I forgot. I tried and paid so many, friends. I went through all of them because you're just listening to everyone. You have no idea. Paid was the best. Paid. Best bang for buck. But guess what? I had to spend, friends, I'm not going to tell you how much ETH and Bitcoin I lost getting crushed. And you don't know, by the way. You buy in the coins, you participate in the projects, and you realize by the end of the season, after 6 months, you go, oh, wait a minute, 28 of them lost. Because you didn't get your coins in 6 months until 6 months from then. And that's all over. Okay? So many. All right. Literally, what I'm telling you, it is $5,000 mastermind course. You literally make your money back. Friends, it's 50 Launchpads. I've literally saved you. Like, by the way, I've given you impossible information to find out. How the hell are you going to find out what's the toppest tier? Okay? Ivan on Tech is talking about Cedarify, for example. I know paid. They've already onboarded Crypto Banter, Alex Becker, all these. And I don't get any compensation. I'm here to genuinely help you. Now, here's the thing. The best part is you don't need any of the token at all. You can participate in ICOs for free. There's a catch, though. Okay? This is the catch. The public pools fill up literally in seconds. Okay, you literally have to get 11 a.m. UTC, 27th of Feb, whatever the time is in your country. You have to be there 2 minutes before. Make sure you got a computer. You should be on a computer or your phone and refreshing it. Bang, 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 bang. And as soon as that happens, you got to snap it in. Now, they're raising USDC on Polygon. Okay, now also, if you notice, friends, I have the Clip Finance IDO that's also being raised on Polygon, but a lot of people got this confused. They're saying, "Oh, Polygon's a trash chain. Why is the project launching on there?" If the project's not launching on there, it's just for money raised. That's all. It's just by default. These guys, their default was Ethereum mainnet and Polygon. Friends, we could have chosen to do the raising on ETH, but then your minimum's $100. I'm thinking, wait, man, I want $1 minimum. What if you only want to put in $5 or $10? It's like your first one. You don't have to participate. You know what I mean? If you wanted to participate in there. You can find the link in the description as well for the IDO. It's still running live. Don't know when we're going to cut it. Maybe it runs for another week, maybe for a month. We'll just see when it slows down. I've made the full video on it. All right. ALM, AI-driven liquidity management, active liquidity management. You can read all about it there, and we'll continue. But for now, the paid Launchpad, okay, friends, you got to make sure you're refreshing the page. If you want a guaranteed spot, you have to have 75,000 paid. You actually got to get a bit more than that to cover the 2%. But if you do, friends, even 75,000 paid times 35 cents is 27,000 US. I know a lot of you don't want to pay 27 grand US just to be able to get a guaranteed slot. And I think each ticket's like $750. So you can see, like, even if we get a 10x, that's like your 7.5K. But the paid's not a loss. You know why, friends? Because, for example, in this one that I've shown you, this one is Aether Games. Okay, there's an article here. Okay, that's what basically the article is. See, the fundraiser goal is $1 million. Now, this is just a start. They're going to be doing $5 and $10 million raises later. Not just these guys, just every Launchpad. Okay, they get more greedy. Now, when it comes to these, 10% of the raise goes to buy paid. It never used to do that. So 100K goes and buys paid. Now, the total liquidity I think is like 1.5 million. So maybe 800K on the offer. $800,000. So basically, when 800K hits through, it's done a 4x based off the Uniswap formula. Of course, assuming no sellers, etc., etc. But you just get to see the power of this. When they're starting to do like $5 million raises, that's each project, friends. There'll be periods where this is the heat of the bull market. They're doing like 2 projects a week doing $5 million raises each. Everybody just wants to rush in and rush in, rush in. That's 500K paid, 500K paid. That's $1 million gone to buy pressure, right? Insane, right? When you think about it, but that's pretty cool. So that's your edge. I've done all the research here for you to show you that. I'm not telling you to do it. You don't need to touch the token at all for the 10th time. I advise you, this is worth participating in. You might like it, okay? Because if you're going to do anything, at least do them on the top tier launch pads. Because if you do the bottom tier ones, friends, like I had to learn the harsh lesson. Your win rate is literally 5%. That's your win rate. You're literally the team. We could see it on chain, friends. They would get, I'm not going to name all these launch pads because screw them. But this is how much money we lost, man. We'd put in like, oh, wow, you won like a $1,500 allocation. And then, like, friends, I'm like 30 projects, by the way. 1,500, 1,500, 2 grand, 1,800 here and there. And then every single project upon release, 30 minutes before we get our tokens, the team gets a big chunk of tokens and they just dump it down below our IDO price. But then you're just thinking, oh, okay, I'll just got to wait a few months. Maybe the market will recover. No. And then it's lower and lower and lower. You don't know, like below your IDO price. That is like, we're supposed to be getting the cheapest seed price, man. How are you dumping below? And then you realize this when it's too late. No one tells you this. Well, I'm here to tell you it. And now I'm also here to tell you, friends, there are a lot of snakes moving around. Now, this is a funny thing. A story in 2 pictures. Look at this. So, Somi's just another vampire. He jumped into Hex at the top, and now he's bashing it with Third. Soon he will promote ICO, IDO, and other chains. So, this is complete baseless. I already explained it, friends. So, I didn't buy into Hex at the top. I bought in Hex the 4th quarter of 2020, and that was a lottery ticket, right? So, I want to let you know as well. What's been happening is people have been drinking a lot of soy. Their slippers are tarnished and crumpled, and 2 red weekly candles have appeared in PulseChain and PulseX. I'll even show you right now. For example, PulseX, 2 red weekly candles. Now, I've seen this basically thousands of times. People promise everyone much higher returns. And I made posts on this showing you the average crowd expected by now at least 12x higher in price. Okay, at least. Okay, they expected PulseX 10x, so that's actually 20x from here. But let's say minimum 10x. Everyone's expecting 10x higher. They are now minus 90% below expectations. That's what people promised everyone. All right. I didn't promise you shit. Now, reality is starting to hit everybody that maybe what I was saying has some truth to it for the past year, where I was also saying, hey, man, we might not get our targets. The best thing you can do is buy in the depression, DCA buy super hard. That's the best thing you can do because you just don't know how far this thing's going to go. Is it going to make us wait to the very end of the cycle for this part of your callback or the beginning? You don't know. Everyone told you, friends, lies. Look at all these lies, right? Lies and being wrong. I'm going to call them liars because they tried to call me out. Okay, they said we were going to run early. That was a lie. They said PulseX was going to be at least day 1 sack and hold it, okay, for the majority of 2023. Complete lie, okay? They also said we were going to be 10x higher in price by today, okay? Many people, friends, many people, go back 6-7 months ago, they said by the end of 2023, we'd all be 10x higher, okay? We're going to do this swoop up and whatever. Now, obviously, I did the fractals and I showed them, going, are we ever going to do that? I was just telling you, man. I'll go, just friends, there's no guarantee ever. You better buy more just in case. Friends, I put my neck on the line, by the way. You know I'm going against the crowd. No one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear that you should buy more when the corrupt SEC, your family's embarrassing you. I know a lot of you putting in your life savings in here. You got your wives, you got your family. Some of you people are like, oh, I got to borrow money for the parents just to live. You want to throw money in. And now the corrupt SEC basically shows the fat dude twerking in front of you. That's basically all your family's saying to you. And they're like, you want to buy, and I'm telling you, go against them. Go against them and actually buy. You'd be up 7.5x from the low on PulseX, by the way. So reality's starting to hit in everyone, okay? Now, that itself is the Widowmaker. But now, I'm going to turn everybody into dust with what happens next. What turns everyone into dust, what happens next is lottery tickets and high leverage altcoins actually start moving up. And the core coins, everyone realizes, oh, market cap is a thing. Oh, the liquidity is too thick. Oh, there's actually too many people trapped. So this realization of everybody, and now they have this sinking feeling like, oh, crap, but they don't know what to do. Luckily for you, I've been telling you, man, ICOSA's leverage on Hex. You find other stuff that's leverage on PulseChain to sprinkle around for your little lottery tickets here and there, okay? Because you just keep yourself active, because Hex was my lottery ticket, and look what it turned into, you know what I mean? So this is a really important thing to think about. So that's what's been going on. A lot of people Their expectations were high. And friends, this is the thing, okay? I don't go around finding people from, hey, you said this 5 months ago. You promised everyone 10x higher. Go apologize to me and everyone else because you tried to embarrass me back then. I don't go bother to do that because who cares? It's just a person out there. I'm always thinking about the game, okay? I'm a trained assassin, friends. We have to be killers, okay? You know, like a sniper in war, American sniper, someone walks in the crosshair, you got to shoot, that's it, okay? You have to be ready. You have to have good reaction. You have to be disciplined. You have to be 100% on the game. People are saying, why don't you sleep? Why don't you sleep? Because Habib, do you know how crypto's like? You know Altseason's only 120 days, right? You know, 4 months. By the way, no one realizes we're in until 60 days in. And then it's all over for 4 years, okay? Look what it is right now. Most people's portfolios are still, right? Many coins are still down 90%. And it's been 3 years. They've round-tripped 4 years against Ethereum. So if they were all in Ethereum, they'd be much better. Okay, so that's what's been going on. A lot of people drinking soy. You now get to see what happens if, look, man, 90% call, 10% lottery. I'm not apologizing to people because the 10% lottery is actually doing well. When you told everyone you won't need to touch them, the call's going to do them. Go back and watch my videos last year. Okay, look, man, I hope the calls really, really do well. Good luck to you. I'm still doing this because I don't want to live in a world where I think I know everything, okay? I never know anything. I don't know what's coming around the corner. I'm not here to be right. I'm here to make money, okay? So, friends, think of all those scenarios they got wrong. They said we'd go first. They said we wouldn't go this down. So, friends, do you know how many people, a lot of you, God bless your hearts, you're saying, well, we have to go a certain price amount, otherwise Richard will be embarrassed. Like, friends, you know, literally... Do you check Twitter? In 2023, every day, someone out there was showing clips of Richard saying, if your coin drops more than 95%, you are trash. You are absolute garbage. Hey, Ethereum, your coin's trash. Literally planting that. Friends, that was what was sent to our faces after he got done by the SEC, right? Down 98% against Ethereum, down 98% against BTC. Okay, we didn't move first, we actually moved last. Delayed bear market over and over again. That's the type of stuff that was being sent around. And then these people are saying, no, we're going to recover first. We're going to be 10x higher than what we are now. Wrong. So here's the thing, man. They can still be right. They could still be right. Okay, but I'm just asking you to think for yourself. Don't even listen to me. I don't really care. Okay, I don't care. I'm just asking you, how much credibility do you want to give to people who read 2022 wrong, right? The first 6 months and the second 6 months? Okay. You know, friends, literally the beginning of 2022, I still have posts up. In 2022, first quarter, I said, rotate all your junk coins immediately into treasure. Okay? Stable coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, rotate them now. Get out of them now. I was literally making posts. I was spamming posts. Rotate from trash to treasure. Okay? You type in trash to treasure on Twitter. You will find that. That's literally what I was saying over and over again, okay? Look where we are today. Still haven't recovered. Still hasn't recovered. Now, you know when I said rotate trash to treasure, a lot of people, they'll throw a narrative at you. Like, no, this is a savings account. This is a store of value. Or, no, this thing's got strong utility and I don't see things slowing down. Don't listen to those words, man. I've never in my life been at a top of any coin, of anything, and actually received a response from someone who said, you know what, you're right. You are right. We actually are overbought, or I think the buyers are running out now. I think we've had enough and I just have to accept reality for it is. I've never had one person say that. But guess what? Every single time, that's been the top, or it's been a quarter of the way down to the top and everything's just gone down and gotten crushed. Every single time. Okay, now also the inverse is true. Whenever I've said, hey, this is the bottom clearing zone, not once have I said, actually, you guys, my baby doll cult members, guys, girls, squirrels, grandmas, grandpas, everybody here, you all understand. But the majority of people, not once do they say, oh, yeah, sweet, this is going to be a good 3-year hold. They don't say that. They go, oh, you said it was going to bottom, and now we're down lower 90 days later. You know what I mean? Like, they're going in days. So you got to decide for yourself, who are you going to give more weight to when it comes to these? Because at the end of the day, friends, their credibility is gone. You think I don't watch them too? I want them to do the hard work for me. I want to watch someone who tells me everything. I want to watch that too. I'm watching around, blah, 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 and I'm like, wait a minute. You've been wrong every step of the whole time. Why am I meant to believe you that we're going to be the ones that pump up first or do this and do that? Now, what's interesting is this same type of like drama also happens in ChainLink community, XRP community, Cardano community, Bitcoin, Ethereum, it happens in its own different sectors. It does. It's just that it's not as transparent and they're boring because their upside isn't as much, okay? But when it comes to, say, PulseChain, I like it because it's so deeply undervalued. I'm like, wow, sweet, the upside's big. For ChainLink, friends, you know ChainLink, a lot of people in PulseChain community, they're like, man, I wish I was all in ChainLink because I went and hit 20 bucks. Friends, literally all I see on my feed is ChainLink FUD. They're saying Sergey underdelivered. The link ETH ratio is a scam. They keep dumping. They show stuff from 2 years ago. Promises aren't made and delivered. It's the same thing over and over. It just reminds me of like, okay, PulseX, the DEX is very slow. It's very underwhelming. We know but it literally just copy, paste, the same thing, change the logo, change the name. It is what it is. So you're wondering, right, when we look at this, for example, you look at the PulseChain price chart. This is a linear chart. Put on a log chart. I don't know how high we're going to go, friends. I don't know. I can tell you one thing though. If I wanted more views, I'll just write this. Okay. I'll go, yeah, sweet. We're going to get BitBoy's bull case. We're going to get 100x. Okay. But I'm not about that. All right. I don't do that. That's people who want to hunt views and farm engagement and do these. You've also seen people, they're going to come vampire and they go, EHEX is definitely going to $1. Is it now, friends? Now I'm going to make another video shortly after this. We're going to speak about the BankX buy war. It's actually, friends, the BankX offer war, okay, is actually bullish. I know this is coming from me, right? Where I literally told you Pulse and PulseX are probably going to outperform Hex on the ratio. I'm literally telling you the EHEX wall is bullish. However, there's a caveat to that. You're going to have to wait and see for the next episode, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or don't forget to love us. Catch you soon.